Hi there, Megan Thompson with Megan Thompson Coaching, and here we are going to talk about how to know when to intervene at school for your highly sensitive child, even for high-performing students. So, if your highly sensitive child is stuck in the meltdown cycle, struggling with big emotions in some way, and you notice your child is highly sensitive, we want to stick around and listen in. So we help parents of highly sensitive kids break out of the meltdown cycle in as little as 8 weeks. These are highly sensitive kids stuck managing their big emotions, melting down every day, multiple times a day, shutting down, refusing, and teenagers isolating, shutting down, and reporting that they are frequently overwhelmed or demonstrating to you that they're quite irritable, and it's difficult to manage how to set boundaries with your teen. So make sure that you're paying attention to today's show. Today we're going to talk about supporting your child or teen in the context of school, especially for high-performing students. So this might mean that your highly sensitive child has good grades, is considered a perfect angel in school, and I want to give you 3 key indicators for the need to intervene, take action, support your child in the school setting beyond what's being reported or received from them in school, okay? So first things first, right? If your child is having meltdowns or shutting down at home, then it is time to engage with the school setting. It might feel counterintuitive. You know what? I only see this behavior at school. I only see this behavior at home. Maybe I don't need to do anything. Right? I don't need to involve the school. I don't need to tell the school anything about what my child is struggling with. And I got to tell you that that is false. If you're parenting a highly sensitive child, then you are the parent. You are the one who is going to support your child in changing. And there will need to be some systems shifted in the school setting for your child to access learning and to slow their emotions down enough to stop holding it all in and exploding at home. And this is not just because they feel like their home is the safe place. You might have had that fad or that myth be shared with you or touted to you in other spaces, mommy blog reports, or some other placating way. And highly sensitive children or teens who are shutting down and feeling emotionally out of control, so much so that they're aggressive, wishing they would die, wishing that life would be better off without them, threatening other people in the house, threatening themselves, or having daily meltdowns where their body's out of control. None of that indicates to them or is an experience for them that they are safe. And so while they feel safer in the home, right, and feel emotionally connected to you, and that's why you are the biggest change agent for your child, the biggest avenue for your child to experience change and break out of the meltdown cycle entirely, it does not mean that what you're doing in the home or how you're helping and how you're directing your child and how you're supporting your child with their school requirements is working. And so this is a completely different component. And again, like I said, no child who's having daily meltdowns feels safe. You don't feel safe in your body when you lose your mind, right? You feel angry, you feel upset, you feel you don't feel composed, right? When you feel composed, you feel calm, cool, collected, and that feels safe to you. So same thing's going on for your child. Secondly, if your child is having performance anxiety meltdowns, I don't want to create this presentation. I'm nervous about what my teacher will say. I don't know that I'll get this homework correct, right? If you're seeing signs of perfectionism, they can't tolerate mistakes, they're struggling significantly in the home related to homework, then this is definitely time to intervene related to school, to take significant action for you as a parent, and to to start to notice what in the school setting can be shifted, or how to have conversations with the school about supporting your sensitive child so that they can feel safe enough to make mistakes in the school setting and tolerate getting anything under an A+, right? So this is really important. And if your child is refusing to go, also, number 3 is definitely an important piece to pay attention to, okay? Now, in terms of accessing support, there's an incredible component that is necessary for you as a parent to be aware of. You need to understand how your child fits the highly sensitive trait. You need to be able to advocate and know when to advocate and know what stance to take when you're advocating for your child in the school setting. And you need to know how to read the room, and you need to know what your options are if your child needs extra levels of support aside from just a quick conversation with the teacher. And so if you need our help for that level of support, then here's what I've got for you. We are running an event on February 3rd, this Friday coming up, okay? So you definitely want to make sure that you are hooked into that. You can register for that event on our website, meganthompsoncoaching.com/school. You will have to register to attend, and you can register for a portion of it for free. Okay, we're going to do a first part so that you understand how your kid fits the highly sensitive trait. That portion is going to be free. In order to understand where your child, how you can then take that information and create transformation related to school and support your child in that one avenue of their life, and you want to work with me directly to do that, then you can participate in the whole full training and upgrade your free access to our elite level and receive support from me directly. We'll have an interactive workshop. You'll be able to participate in the entire thing from an interactive way, and also have access to the replay. So again, make sure that you register for that. You check that out. You go to meganthompsoncoaching.com/school. Now, again, if your child is struggling in school, they need to be able to speak up for their own needs. They need to be able to accept help from the school, from the teacher, from the school counselor, from anybody, right? Highly sensitive kids can really struggle with being the center of attention, really struggle with feeling different than, other than. And that might mean that your child is being offered help and they are denying it. They are saying they're all good, and then they're coming home to you losing their mind and exploding and struggling and threatening and all of that. And you are the one who needs to teach your child how to shift out of this dynamic. And if you've been trying and that hasn't been working, then we're going to support you in designing that plan and knowing exactly what to highlight in this 3-hour workshop that we're doing on Friday, okay? Again, Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be doing that live. You'll be able to work with me directly in that group setting, and we'll get you started, okay? Your child, you need to be able to direct the school setting as well to help the teachers understand where your child is stuck, and you need to be able to understand what sort of pacing or direction is necessary for your child to actually gain those skills. You know, we've seen so many parents who have given their IEPs to us, and we've looked at the IEP and we've looked at the goals of the IEP, and we've heard the school say, you know, your child is struggling staying in school and your child is struggling attending in class, and then the goal is something that's completely different than what's necessary to actually meet the objective. And parents who have no idea, we worked with parents before where they have no idea that the goal that the child is being, evaluated on, and to see if the IEP is actually meeting the need of the child, what is completely inappropriate. It's not going to actually meet the goal. So we're going to talk about that specifically on that training. I'll share with you examples. I'll share with you examples in terms of how this does match up, and examples on how this doesn't match up. And again, you don't have to go so far as requiring official support like an IEP or a 504 plan in order to take advantage of this help, because any email communication, phone communication, goal setting communication with the school, you're going to need to know how to evaluate whether or not your child is accessing that help and whether or not the teacher is delivering the help in a way that your child can access it. Okay. So again, you need to be an equal player in the relationship with your child's school and with their school professionals, because you are the expert on your child. And if you don't feel like you're the expert on your child because you don't understand how your child fits the personality trait, you don't know if you can advocate effectively by describing how your child experiences the world, then you need to get your butt into this training. Pardon my French. Be there. Get a seat, okay? This is available to you. And like I said, part of that is free, gratis. Complimentary, and then the rest, obviously, if we work together directly, you can invest in that support. So again, happy to serve you, happy to support you, and we look forward to seeing you Friday, February 3rd, 2023. Okay, make sure that you book that now. We have a limited number of seats, obviously, in order to make sure that we are working directly with parents. It will be important for you to grab that spot now. And lastly, some of you have been asking, will we be doing this again? It's very unlikely that I'll be doing something just like this again, certainly not for the rest of the school year, because now's the time that many schools are paying attention to how parents are taking in the information, how the child's taking in information. It's, the beginning of the second semester. And it won't be as big of a need for our community until next fall, and I'm not certain that that would be something we'll need to focus on as a company come next fall. So again, make sure that you capture that now, and we'll see you there.